Just before we start this video, I want to tell you guys I'm going to be doing a Q&A in about 2 weeks' time. So feel free to ask me some questions on my social media, including Twitter, Facebook, and on any YouTube video between now and the upload, which will be in about 2 weeks' time in order to get questions. Hope you enjoy the video. Hello there guys and welcome, it's Niran here and today it is time for the F1 2013 Classics Championship. We're at round 4 here in Monza. The 5th round of the season will be at Brands Hatch. Last time out we were in Spa and came second just behind Michael Schumacher, which sets the title race up very nicely, only 3 points now in front of Michael Schumacher, just sorting out the camera angle for some sort of reason. But 4 lights on here in Monza, now 5 lights on and revs up. We are ready to start. We've got a relatively good start compared to Mika Häkkinen to the left in the other Lotus. Damon Hill also getting a good start, and Nigel Mansell up the inside too. Alain Prost coming up behind. So we're going to go down into this extremely tight chicane and up the inside of everyone. We've outbraked ourselves on to go across the chicane. Nigel Mansell has to do the same thing but decides to stop halfway through. We're going to get mugged by the Ferraris. Michael Schumacher goes to the right, Gerhard Berger goes to the left, and now Damon Hill around the outside of us and down into the Curve Grande. But Damon Hill's a lot of shape for some reason, just goes off and then hits straight into Häkkinen and Andretti, and all kind of carnage going on there. Prost making it through, Nakajima taken out, Hill taken out, Häkkinen taken out, and my teammate Andretti through the Curve Grande, and not to mention Nigel Mansell at the chicane as well. This is carnage. This is playing really into the hands of the Ferraris at the front. They've got a 1-2 going on with Schumacher winning from Gerhard Berger. I'm down here in 3rd place. Did I cause that? I didn't actually run into the back of Damon Hill, but I was right up behind him. Just got out of shape, went really wide, came back on across the track into my teammate Andretti and Häkkinen, and then Nakajima followed suit as well. We're down to 9. We've lost someone from the race as I make a complete hash really of Ascari. Behind us is Alain Prost in the second of the Williams car. He's having a great race after that carnage on the first lap. That's the first accident we've had all series, incredibly. The first time we've had a retirement all series as well in these 5-lap races, and it's on the first lap. Behind us a 3-way battle going on, probably between like Nakajima, Prost and Mansell. Mansell probably made it through quite comfortably actually. Having gone off, he'll be a little bit further behind, but at least he made it through that first corner. Either that or Alan Jones, of course, he'll have been at the back as well. Down though into this chicane for the second time on lap 2 here. We're starting to close in though on Gerhard Berger and Michael Schumacher in front. They managed to gain a little bit of a gap as Nakajima takes 4th from Alain Prost behind. That's probably going to be Nakajima's best result of the season. Through the Curve Grande where that massive accident happened last time. We've got a bird's eye view of that looking behind us as well. That massive accident. I would assume that it's either Andretti or Häkkinen, definitely that got involved in that, but a big mistake there, dipping my my left-hand side into the gravel trap, and that got us well out of shape there through the second of the chicanes. So we lost a little bit of time now as we come through Lesmo 1 and now approach Lesmo 2 on this track, and this isn't a very smooth lap at all. Nakajima starting to get away from Prost and whoever the heck it is behind him. It's not my teammate Andretti because he's the yellow dot. Andretti, I think, is actually still in the race. We'll find out as we go down the pit straight because we'll see him coming down the back straight. But now a 3.9 second gap developing between myself and Gerhard Berger, getting a little bit of a slide on through Ascari as well. We've extended the gap back to Nakajima to 5.5 seconds, so it's looking as if we should be able to hold on and keep 3rd place pretty constant, to be quite honest. I doubt Nakajima in that car will be able to catch us. Maybe if it was a Ferrari or one of Damon Hill and Nigel Mansell behind, I would say that possibly there was a chance, but it doesn't look that way at the moment, especially with us gaining more time. We move on to lap 3 though of 5, and the gap now to myself and Gerhard Berger is 4.3 seconds. It's going to take 3 incredible laps to gain that time back on the 2 Ferraris as we plunge now down into turn 1, into this very tight chicane, and out now towards the Curve Grande. Nakajima still holding on in 4th, in front of someone in 5th. Probably not Alain Prost because they appear to be keeping pace with him down the straight and into the chicane. So I'd say Alain Prost has probably dropped down into about 6th place now. We move on now onto lap 4 of 5 because absolutely nothing happened on lap 3, the penultimate lap of this race, coming through Curve Grande, and into this second chicane. We appear to have gained a lot of time actually on Gerhard Berger, the gap only being 3.1 effectively seconds up to the Austrian, and we gained about 3 seconds on Nakajima. Is it Satoru Nakajima? There's like 3, it's Satoru, isn't it? Satoru is the senior one, and he's got sons called Kazuki, and I'm pretty sure there was a Daisuke Nakajima or something like that, but I don't know what happened to him. I don't know what happened to Kazuki, actually. That's a good point. What happened to Kazuki Nakajima? Well, anyway, the gap now to Gerhard Berger has been extended by a tenth of a second as we go a little bit across the grass and through Ascari. Big snap of oversteer. We went purple actually through the first 2 sectors. I think that might have been ruined by our entrance and exit through Ascari. But Gerhard Berger, being the ultimate wingman really for Michael Schumacher, just letting the German take the lead. We got a little bit wide there through the Parabolica, but making sure he's got a bit of a buffer behind him, the German and the Austrian, keeping Michael Schumacher saves the gap now up to 3.8 seconds. And on this last lap, I'm really not quite sure that's going to be a gap that's really that surmountable. As we come down into the chicane for the final time, if you're not going to count the in-lap. Why would you count the... That was a stupid thing to say. But anyway, Nakajima still holding on for 4th for his best result of the season by far. I think his best result before now is about 7th place in that Lotus. He's beating Häkkinen, who's probably out, to be quite honest, having been taken out in that accident at the start. Nigel Mansell, I'm going to hazard a guess, is probably about 5th, and then 6th place, probably Alain Prost. Made a complete hash to the second chicane, which pretty much puts bait to any chance of us gaining time on Berger, but we have cut the gap by 8 tenths of a second through that first sector. We've now come through Lesmo 1. We've got a bit wide though, and onto the gravel, and it spits you out when you go out wide. And I need to reverse quickly and get going. I've got a 10-second gap behind. Yellow flags are out for me going off, and there's 2 cars approaching quickly. Coming through Lesmo 1, we're going to try and sneak through Lesmo 2 now before they can catch up. There's Nakajima. I think that's Mansell behind. I'm not even sure. It looks like a white car. I think it's, yeah, let's go for Nigel Mansell, just for the sake of argument. Down now into Ascari for the 5th and final time. We made a complete hash of this lap. 13 seconds now, the gap between myself and Berger. Only 6 tenths now back to Nakajima. Well, it spiced things up on this last lap because it was looking like we were going to be extremely lonely on this final lap. But I think we will just about hold on. We seem to have more pace in a straight line than Satoru Nakajima, as Michael Schumacher wins the race by pretty much nothing, actually, looking at the minimap. Gerhard Berger certainly caught him on that last lap. But still, we're going to come across the line surely now in 3rd place. Behind will be Satoru Nakajima for his best result of the season. As we come across the line right next to the wall. A decent 3rd position, to be honest, after the absolute carnage that befell Italy right there. That was madness, especially on the first lap. It was Nigel Mansell, in fact, there coming across the line in 5th because he's just passed me. But here we go. Let's have a look then at the order. So it's a Ferrari 1-2 with Michael Schumacher coming from pole to win. There in the Ferrari, getting the full 25 points and taking the lead surely from us now in the championship. 2nd place will go to Gerhard Berger. No, sorry, I don't know if he'll take the championship lead. I'm not even entirely sure, but Gerhard Berger took 2nd. Ourselves, as Emerson Fittipaldi, was 3rd. Then it was the 2nd of Lotus's Satoru Nakajima from the Mansell. Damon Hill recovering to 6th despite that huge accident on lap 1. Alain Prost took 7th. Andretti managed to pass Alan Jones even for 8th. Alan Jones in the Williams then claiming 9th from 10th on the grid, and a singular point only going to Mika Häkkinen after retiring. He was the man who was taken out in that humongous accident early on. So a carnage-filled race here in a dry Italy, and this is what it does for the championship. It means that Michael Schumacher takes the lead by exactly 5 points. If we win in Brands Hatch, we win the title. That is the scenario here. Nigel Mansell is 3rd in the championship, just 2 points, 6 points, in front of Damon Hill. There's a chance Mansell could win the championship, but it's quite unlikely. Gerhard Berger now moves up into 5th by 2 points in front of Mika Häkkinen after that 2nd place, and Satoru Nakajima now moves in front of Mario Andretti for 7th. And we've got Alain Prost and his teammate Alan Jones there on 6 points in 10th place. Well, that race has really thrown up a huge dilemma for ourselves in the championship. Well, not a dilemma, but I just couldn't think of the word, so I said dilemma. Really, it doesn't really fit, but still, it means that if we win, obviously we'll get 25 points. Even if Michael Schumacher comes 2nd, we'll still win the championship by 2 points. That is the scenario now. I'm looking at Constructors' Championship with that 1-2. Ferrari now take the lead by 12 points in front of the first Williams team, being driven by Damon Hill and Nigel Mansell. Our team, myself and Mario Andretti, are 3rd in front of the 2nd team of Lotus's by only about 10 points there. That's Satoru Nakajima and Häkkinen. Again, I can't read there's probably actually no, it's more than that. It looks like 63, but then the 2nd Williams team there in 5th place being driven by Alain Prost and Alan Jones. But I hope you've enjoyed this episode of the Classics Championship here, round 4, an absolutely carnage-filled race here in Monza as my guy celebrates with his team. Like and subscribe if you did enjoy this video, and comment about enjoying it if you enjoyed it that much. So I hope you have a good day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye. So you know what this is time for? It's time for analysis time. It says anal.